Hey, welcome. Chloe Johnson here. I'm so glad that you've joined me today. I want to show you something that honestly changed everything for me in my e-commerce business. And I really hope and I think and I'm sure it's going to do the same for you. Because if you are sitting there feeling like 20K months is this big, complicated, faraway thing, I want to show you that it's actually not. It's just a maths problem. That's all that e-commerce is. It's a maths problem and maths have solutions. What I'm going to do is show you exactly what needs to happen in your store to hit 20K months. And we're going to be using your own store's data here. And I'm all about simplicity. That is my thing. So I'm not talking about complex metrics here, just 4 key numbers. All right, let's get straight into it. This is the e-commerce revenue calculator that I have created to make it super simple for you to see exactly how you can hit 20K months. So all you need to do is put your own metrics up the top here, okay? So I've got a store here. So to find your metrics, you go into the left-hand side, into analytics, and then reports. And what we're looking for are your sessions. So choose a 30-day period that is a typical 30-day period for you. Don't choose Black Friday or a big sale that you've just had because that's not realistic. Choose an ordinary month for you. So for this business, it was 2,602 sessions. So we're just going to pop that there. Now these are just for reference points. Nothing is going to happen in terms of calculations here. The conversion rate is 1.72 in this business. The average order value is 91.48. So I'm just going to round that to 91.50. And their revenue is 4,526. So 4,525 is what I'll round it to. And you can also put in the number of sales there as well. So it is 47 from this store. Okay. So these metrics here, sessions, conversion rate, and average order value, these are what I call levers in your business. And when you pull on your levers at the right time for your business, so you have to know which one is your biggest constraint first, which one is working for you. But when you know that and you pull on the levers, that is how you can get to your 20K goal, because this is just a mathematical equation here, okay? I'm not going to bore you with the maths. That's why I've created the calculator to make it super easy for you. So this is the one that you want to have a bit of a play with down here. So in the revenue goal, you want to put $20,000 because that's the monthly goal you want to hit. Now, just to see what would happen if you didn't make any changes in your store. You kept it at $91.50 for your average order value. You kept it at 1.72 conversion rate. The brown calculates. So if you don't change anything in your store in terms of average order value and conversion rate, if you don't improve those, you're going to need 12,000 visitors and 218 orders to hit $20,000. You can see how that is instantly overwhelming. How am I going to get from 2,000 visitors and 47 sales to 12,000 visitors and 200 sales a month? That is so overwhelming, right? But the good news is that it doesn't have to be that overwhelming. And the data that we're looking at right now is your power. When you know this, you are then in control of what to do in your business. What I want to draw your attention to is that how you get to 20,000 is by improving all 3 of these things in your business with a particular focus on conversion rate and average order value. These are what I call the honeypot of e-commerce, because when we improve the average order value and the conversion rate, we increase our revenue without needing to get more visitors to our store. And the reason why we want that is because getting visitors to our store costs us money. In Meta ads and Google ads and constantly posting on social media, in influencer or UGC outreaches, it all costs money. Nothing is free, okay? What is free is improving your conversion rate and your average order value. It just takes your time. So let me show you what happens when we focus on improving those two things. So if the store was to improve its average order value by 30%, that's going to be roughly $120. You can see that the sessions has come down from 12,000 to just 9,000. Yes, you are going to need more than the current 2,000, but it's not the 12,000. Now, what happens when we improve the AOV and we work on our conversion rate and we get it to an optimal 3%, which is a healthy e-commerce store? The traffic has come down to 5,000 and the orders are only at 166 now, not 218. So now it's becoming much more achievable to reach $20,000 in our business. All we need to do now is increase our traffic to 5,000, which is not going to be as expensive as if it were to try and get 12,000. We need to improve our conversion rate at 3%, and we need to increase our average order value at $120. And we will be on track to make $20,000 a month. When I started using this calculator in my business, everything changed. I started to look at my business in numbers, and I started to see my business as just one big formula. And that is what you need to do as well if you want to hit your goals. We need to take the emotion out of our business and let our data drive our decisions and drive what we're doing every day. So here's what I want you to take away from all of this. 20K months is not some distant, complicated goal that requires you to completely overhaul your business. It's just a maths problem. And as I said earlier, maths problems have solutions. These levers in your business, conversion rate, average order value, traffic, and one I haven't talked about today is retention as well. That's the entire basis of how I work with my clients. We don't do guessing, we don't do random tactics. We actually diagnose what is holding the store back and we figure out what to fix first, and then we double down and focus on that. I love this calculator and I really hope that you do as well. It changed everything for me, as I said. But one of the things that it can't do is it doesn't tell you exactly what your biggest lever is or what your biggest constraint is right now, and specifically how to make those changes in your store. So if you've watched this and you're thinking, okay, I can see the path, I can see the maths and the formula, you just need to know where to start and how to actually get these numbers moving along in your business, then that's exactly what I help my clients with inside my coaching program, Ecom CEO. If you are ready to stop guessing and you are committed and you want to start working on the right things in your business, then I suggest that you book a free 45-minute scale plan call with me. This is where we will go over what is working in your business, what your challenges are. We'll look at your data and figure out what that biggest constraint is. And if I think that I can help you and that we're the right fit together, then I can share all the details about Ecom CEO and we can start scaling your store to 20K months. So if this is resonating with you, then there'll be a link below for you to book that free 45-minute call, and I really look forward to meeting you.